to be on the verge of approving a bill to avert a federal government shutdown. The pared-down plan winning support from both Democrats and Republicans after Donald Trump set off a scramble here in Washington when he tanked a previously negotiated bipartisan deal. Let's get right to our chief congressional correspondent, Manu Raju, who is up on Capitol Hill. Manu, update our viewers on the very latest.
Yeah, this is on the verge of passing, Wolf, averting a scare at the last minute. A government shutdown just on the horizon in a matter of hours. But now the House is poised to pass this bill well over the threshold, the 2/3 majority needed to pass this bill that would keep the government open up until mid-March, right?
Well, welcome back. This is going to be a quick second video. Just as I was publishing the last one, which hopefully you've seen by now, about the continuing resolution still going on. Nothing had been done yet. I get an update from CNN indicating that the resolution has been passed by the House of Representatives. Now, I've got to give credit where credit is due. The House was really divided. What was going on last night was just ridiculous. They couldn't find their way through anything, and the Democrats just weren't going to ease up on them. They weren't going to give them the $5 trillion increase in the debt ceiling. They weren't going to take away the farmers' aid. They weren't going to allow for the hospital bills and things like that. They just weren't going to allow them to do that, and it didn't pass last night. Now today, without our president-elect's input and without our co-president-elect's input, we're talking about Elon, Hakeem Jeffries and Mike Johnson came together, worked things out with a group of their people, and came up with a continuing resolution that has been passed at this point in time and is now headed to the Senate. I'm fairly certain that the Senate majority and minority leaders over there are going to pass this. We've got till midnight tonight. I'm sure they're convening right now. And probably by the time I get this one published, I'm going to have to push out another one tonight. But it's the way democracy works. And I'm glad to see it finally coming together. As a shout out to the Republicans, because I've been exceptionally hard on them. I have not let up on them. I've been relentless on my posts and on my different media sites of the ineptitude, the inability to act, the do-nothing Congress, the do-nothing House of Representatives for the 118th Congress. Well, they all pulled together tonight. Guys like Chip Roy ripping them a new one last night kind of made them think. Guys like Jared Moskowitz ripping them a new one last night made them think. They came out in force tonight. I believe the last count, and I'll look it up here in just a second, but the count was 365 yays to 70 or less nays, which gave them a 90% margin. They only needed 2/3, 66%, and they came across with 90%. The Democrats and the Republicans found the word compromise, and they actually accomplished something. I'm really, really proud of the Republicans, because for the last 4 to 8 years, it seems like none of them had a spine, that they had lost their willpower to be the individual, to be the person that dared to make a difference. They bent over backwards to anything that the ex-president, the disgraced ex-president, would be yelling in the background while our current president was trying to accomplish things. So, as you see, I started this out with the lead-in that said that they were getting ready to pass it. It has passed, and I'm going to let you look at that right now. And then I want to have something a little bit from Hakeem Jeffries in here.
Have successfully funded the government at levels requested by President Biden in order to meet the needs of the American people in terms of their health, safety, and economic well-being. House Democrats have successfully fought for families, farmers, first responders, and the future of working class Americans. House Democrats have successfully fought for $100 billion in disaster assistance in order to make sure that those everyday Americans whose lives have been turned upside down in terms of hurricanes, storms, tornadoes, wildfires, floods, and other extreme weather events can get the assistance that they need to address the problems they've been confronting. House Democrats have successfully stopped extreme MAGA Republicans from shutting down the government, crashing the economy, and hurting working class Americans all across the land. House Democrats have successfully stopped the Billionaire Boys Club, which wanted a $4 trillion blank check, by suspending the debt ceiling in order to enable them to cut Social Security, cut Medicare, and cut nutritional assistance while providing massive tax breaks for the wealthy, the well-off, and the well-connected. This is a victory for the American people.
Okay, so, folks, it hasn't been said any better than what Hakeem is reminding everybody. And yes, I get it. I'm a Democrat, but I'm not just ringing his bell today. If it had not been for 190 Democrats voting to get this resolution across, the 170 that was there would not have made it if we had turned against them. We carried them over the line. We've been carrying them over the line. They see that we're willing to work with them. They see that we're willing to come to a bipartisan agreement that, by the way, does not include the $5 trillion increase. It does not include, or it does include, which the president-elect did not want. He did not want the farmers' rescue bill. He did not want FEMA's rescue bill in there. And there were a few other smaller things that really would have affected a lot of people that really needed it. There is no pork in this to give to his wealthy donors, his boys' billionaire club, to give them tax reliefs. That's not going to be in there. They're not going to be able to work it out. And this House of Representatives has done their job. I'm very, very proud of them. I'll stand here and say I was wrong, that I didn't think they were going to get it done. They did, and I want to thank them for it. So, with that, folks, it's been a long night. If you like what you see here, if you like what you hear, if you want to be involved, if you want to talk to me, if you want to have a Zoom call that we can record and put out here and have some real discourse, I am more than willing to bring you on and listen to you and publish you. I don't have to agree with you as long as we do it with civil discourse. I would be more than happy to hear your side, or if you do agree with me and you've got some other points that you want to bring up, please. But in the meantime, if you like what you saw and you like the content that I'm trying to publish, what I'm trying to do is save democracy. If you like what you see, subscribe to my channel, share my things, and put a like on this video. It really will help me grow this channel because I'm not going away. Okay? Anyways, thank you for being here. I hope I see you all again very soon. Good night.